What is up, YouTubers? Well, my first official hellcat. Check the interior out in this bad boy. It is a good looking ride. Nice leather interior. He's going to have me do some Lambo doors on it, I think. The pop rivet gun that I showed you all the other day, and this is what I usually use them for. These, I don't know if you could see them very well, but if I can get there, these usually will push in and that, but by the time you reuse them, they don't hold very well. So I just started using the plastic pop rivets and just putting them back in there. There's 3 here, and then you got to pull all this underside apart. You've got a center nut and bolt, and then I've got another one that's up here that I got to pull loose, and then there's a plastic piece that comes apart. And I'll go through the process just a little here, and I won't go into detail and depth, but you can get some idea what's entailed in pulling on the front ends of these apart. It's so much easier doing it that way. I used to fight them, trying to save them. And if you'll look at them, it's got a deal where you're supposed to be able to push this in, and then this end, you know, it pushes out, but a lot of times we'll lose them or whatever. And if you'll notice, just by me doing that just a little bit, it squashed it. And to reuse that, it's just foolish to reuse it when no more than them little plastic pop rivets putting it back together. I can just stick them in there and one pull and it's good to go. Sometimes it's a couple pulls, but other than that, and you guys cringe on some of this stuff, especially a $60,000 or $75,000 car or more. It kind of makes you a little paranoid, but I've done it to the Challenger, so this is no different than a Challenger. It's just a hellcat with a few more dollars on the end of it, but these are Harbor Freight cheapies. I think $5 or $10. Got magnets in them. Just kind of protect. What I don't understand with the Hellcats, and I wish they'd do it with all the cars, but the Hellcat, they usually paint the inside compartment on them. Mine I had to paint myself. With the Hellcats, they do it. You know, they go into a little bit more depth on some of the stuff, and it's a little bit more difficult. So it's just one of them things. Grab me another. And once again, guys, another item that I've bought from Harbor Freight. These blankets, or moving blankets, work really good. Especially, I got a wet floor here, but you know, when it's clean or whatever, the floor is clean. There's still a lot of dirt and grime, and I just don't want to roll around on it and then get back in the customer's car if I have to move it. But the inside, this is what I'm going to go after right now, is one of these inside ones. And I'll kind of show you the process there. I won't go into total detail. I may pause it and just kind of splice it together, but you'll get the idea. And this is what kind of makes people cringe a little bit. This is where this handy thing comes in, my monster light. And I knew better than that. I need a deep weld. I normally don't take it all the way out. I use my hand, that way I don't lose it, because they're hard when they fall down in there. They're sometimes hard to find. Just like that one just fell. So when I pull the front end off, I'm going to have to look for it. It also has a 10mm one that holds this mud flap and stuff up against the body. I got to do the same processes on the other side, guys, so I'm going to pause it and then I'll come back, kind of cut everything, and then I'll show you once the front end's off. I'll go from there and we'll take the lights out, but I don't think you want to see the whole video all the way through, so I'll stop it here and we'll start again. Alright guys, and that's the front to the Hellcat, and now what I normally do, let me grab my wrench for them. Wrong one. It's either a 7 or 8mm for these. These are going to be a couple days because these are getting sent off. Once again, I dropped a screw. Can't hold on nothing today. Anyway, we're going to send this off and we're going to have these sketched with the, I think it's the hellcat emblem that he's going to have on there, and then we're going to change them out, and then we're going to cut these housings, and I'll show you here in a minute. What we normally do on these is we can heat these up, and the butyl in here is what makes it stick, and you can heat these up, pull them apart, do what you have to do, then put them back together. And a lot of times on some of the Challengers, it's a lot easier to cut it along through here and then glue it back together, but you get a tendency to have moisture problem. So we like sticking them in the oven and kind of heating them up. Try to pull them apart. If you can't, put them back in. I think it's 275 what we normally do, and we'll try it and then we'll come back. And it's my partner that I and him both kind of work together on this, but he's done a lot more of these than I have, so I trust in him with heating them up and stuff. I just don't care to do that part of it. Well, I think that's all I'm going to show you today. I've got most of it apart. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Have a blessed Monday, and I'll try to edit this evening. It may not go out till tomorrow, but it just all depends on how much time I have. I've got a plate full. This guy's got a list of stuff that I've got to get on the internet and start getting my vendors and things and get the stuff coming. He told me that he didn't care what it cost to get it here overnight. He'd pay it. So you know, I'm going to do what I got to do to get the parts for him. So once again, like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next video, and have a great day, and see y'all later.